Alright, this is another this response to my original post I made. This is about a question about putting a picatinny rail on the barrel. I went ahead and did it. I pretty much mentioned this would be the best way and simplest way to do it. But of course, I didn't really think about this. The reason I wanted to have this done was because I guess you wanted to use larger cans, like say your AR can. Not everybody, has a 22 can dedicated just for 122, and like me, I got a 9. This way I could use my 9, but if you use this, you can only go 1/8 inch, so it wouldn't work, and it's gonna be on the suppressor. So, and I got this adapter. I looked online, and it's interesting because it separates, and see how that looks. It's unique that way. It's meant for shotgun to hold a flashlight, so you can actually loosen that and slide it up and down, to fit, which is a good idea. And it comes with 2 of them, one with 4 rails, one with 5. So I have the 4 rail one on here, and this one I already mounted onto a 5-inch barrel. I can see already tapping, and that's the main thing I like about it. I can actually put it where the meat is. That's the reason I didn't want to pursue this idea, is because every other rail has it on either end, which would mean, there's only between there and there is just over 5 millimeters. So technically I took the barrel apart, took the pin out, took the barrel out of the sleeve, and I got them dead center, drilled them down, threaded them with my drill press, cleaned out the inside. So it's literally right, like 1/100 of an inch short of hitting that barrel. So that's perfect. These are actually 8 millimeters long, and those are just 5 millimeters, just to fill in the holes. I did all the holes at all the spots I could on the 5-inch barrels, because I didn't know where, I was wanting to have the red dot at, or who would want it where. I've decided I like it in the back farther. It just seems, because if you have it in the far front, you overcompensate more when you fire. So it's just better the farther back it is. And unfortunately, on the 3-inch barrel, there's only 2 spots. So pretty much that only can slide back and forth by like a 1/2 inch either way. So that, but it'll work on that gun as well. But the main key would be the 5-inch barrel. So, of course, those are stainless. That's what we had at Ace, so I had to get I ordered some black ones, I guess. But it's real simple, and this will actually fit on this one farther back. It'll go way back to here, and it will actually clear when it cycles. It won't mess with ejection. This is 1/100 of an inch lower than the barrel, and this, when it mounts on, and it's safety checks. I don't want to hear anybody cry like a little bitch. It goes around it. This is actually 1/4 inch from here to here, and the inside of this, okay, 0.25, and this is 0.28. So it has a little clearance on either side, which is also good, because if this can go over this, it actually has 1/100 of an inch there, and 100 and 100.5 on each side of that. So it can go, about back to here if you wanted to. That's with the longer one here on that one, of course. If you wanted to have that farther back, but yeah, it works out good. This you can, I'm probably going to start selling them in a couple of weeks or so with the threaded barrels I do. But if everybody is interested, that is what it looks like. You'll see it. It's a shotgun. I can't remember what the guy's name I ordered it from. I think it was like $12. And if you want to do this yourself, it's not terribly hard, but it would be better to take the barrel out of the sleeve and do all this. The screws that came with this are M470. The ones I have mounting on here are 8 millimeters long, and these are actually they were 6, and I filed them down to 5 1/4. But I think 5 millimeter of these will work out good, and that's what I'm probably going to order. Ace Hardware didn't have, they skipped every other number, 2, 4, 6, 8 millimeters and stuff. So, and this is the way to do it. This little mount here, because that way you can actually do it in this little the meat, the spots where the meat's at. That's the only reason I never did this before, because I didn't want to be drilling holes through space. I mean, just so this is nickel. I still don't like the idea. It's aluminum with steel screws and nickel, but I got it as the best I can. This one will hold 3 screws. This one will only hold 2. But, hey, this one doesn't move, that's whatever. But this one can hold 3, and it can be moved all the way up and down there, depending on how you like it. But if someone wants to do it themselves, that's how it is. The only other thing I was thinking about doing was, you have no sight picture. Yeah, that's the other, with this. But I was thinking of milling that right there, and then on the other end, milling it twice, and making this, a rudimentary little sight picture. Maybe have that one painted red or something. I mean, I don't can get too into it. I mean, it's not like it, I figure if someone's going to put that on there, they're not going to be bothering with using regular sight picture. But that way, if that, you can take that off quickly, and, if the battery dies, I don't know, whatever happens. But, all right, well, that's done. If anybody's interested in that, and you got any questions, I mean, like I said, if you look on eBay, you'll see this. It's like, I think they go up to $20, but that's the key right there, is having that, because that allows it, and it's literally, it fits right over that. I thought it was going to be perfect, but it's a little bit bigger and wider, but, what can I say? But yeah. Alright, if anybody has any questions, if not, that's just the idea how to do it. I'd have rather just done, I could have actually done this with the number 8, 32, about the same size as the 4mm by 70, but literally I got a tap and die set I bought years ago for metric, and I've used it once, and I just kind of wanted to, find another use for it. So, you ain't got to use that size, but that's why I use, and by chance, like I said, these screws, the size was perfect with millimeters, because you can buy these in millimeters, but with the number 8, 32, or whatever, it's more like 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch, so you got more precision, But, alright, that's it. Don't like and share my videos. I don't care, don't subscribe.